You don't need backlinks or blog posts. Your next SEO win is already in Google Search Console. So most clothing brands, they think that SEO means writing a ton of blog posts or building a bunch of backlinks that takes months and months and months to pay off. But the truth is, your collection pages, right? The one that actually showcases your products by category or by type, they're already ranking in Google. So you just need to make some small updates and start pulling in way more traffic. So let's dive in. I have two very practical hacks that I'm going to give you today, and they come straight from real results that we've seen with other clothing brands, just using Google Search Console and just making a few tweaks here on your pages. So hack number one is to find the low hanging fruit in Google Search Console. So think of Google Search Console GSC like a treasure map. Most brands, they set it up, they add it once, and then they forget about it. But inside, there's actually a lot in there. They're actually showing you where you're already ranking, and sometimes on page 2 or 3 of Google. So for keywords that you didn't even know that you could potentially win. So here's how you do it. You want to log into Google Search Console if you already have this set up. If you don't, then it just takes a few clicks to set this up. So please set it up now so that after a little bit, then you can go back and check out how people are actually finding you. But you want to go under performance, search results, and you'll see queries in here. And this will give you actual keywords on, people are actually finding you through. You can see the amount of clicks, the amount of impressions for what you're looking for in terms of search term, right? This is where people are actually typing in on Google and finding you. So you'll see here, in this example, we have Judy Blue dad shorts or Dear Scarlet tops or Heimish tops or Judy Blue pink jeans. So these are all great keywords that you need to make sure that you're including within your product pages, that you're including within your collection pages. And I know we said we're doing a whole bunch of blog post content, but taking in those keywords and taking that into consideration would be a great way to insert more of that within your website. So take, for example, the Judy Blue pink jeans. Can you transform that, right, into a blog post about Judy Blue pink jeans? As a matter of fact, let me give you another tool that will maybe help you visualize what other opportunities you can come up with that particular set of keys. And that is AnswerThePublic.com. This actually, it didn't used to be owned by Neil Patel, but now it's owned by Neil Patel. But you can insert your keyword in. We know that Judy Blue pink jeans we're already ranking for, but how can we expand on Google with that particular set of keywords? You can click on search in here. Okay, now for example, let's say that you sell women's streetwear and your women's hoodies collection page is ranking on page 2 for the keyword oversized hoodies for women. That particular keyword has search volume. People are already looking for it, and you're right there in a striking distance. And here's really what you want to do. You want to add that exact phrase, oversized hoodies for women, in the actual collection title. You want to add it into the meta description, and you want to naturally throughout the collection description also have those keywords. Now, for this example here, like the Judy Blue pink jeans, if I don't have a collection for Judy Blue pink jeans, then the first thing that I'm going to do is just create a new collection just for Judy Blue pink jeans. Even if you don't necessarily link that collection anywhere in your navigation, you've created now this page that is being indexed by Google that has these keywords in them. So if you have any keywords like that it just makes sense for you to make a dedicated collection for, go ahead and do it. Because even if you're already potentially ranking on page 1 of Google, it's still good to double down on some of these low-hanging fruit. These are things that you've already shown up on Google for. Double down on some of these things and make sure that you stay there on that number 1 page of Google. Now, if you're adding this into a collection page, a dedicated collection page, when you click on add collection, you want to make sure that you include those keywords here within the title, like we just talked about. Add in those keywords right here within the description. And then when you hover, when you scroll down here within the collection, when you're creating a new collection, here within the search engine listing, you could also have the page title and the meta description have some of those keywords. What you don't want to do is have keywords and things that aren't natural to just human language, right? You don't want to, that's what we call keyword stuffing, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to just put a bunch of keywords in here and call it a day. You actually want to be helpful in the actual description, something that reads like, this collection has her Judy Blue pink jeans, perfect for everyday occasions, blah, blah. So you're actually naturally speaking to a human when it comes to these things, and not just having a bunch of random little keywords one after another. You want to have periods, sentences, comas, like all those things right here within the titles and the descriptions of the product. So what does all this do? This actually tells or signals to Google, it's like, hey, this page right here is highly relevant to this exact same search that people are already doing. And since you were already ranking for those keywords, you're not starting necessarily from scratch. Google's not having to say, is this website actually legit? You know, are people actually interested in those keywords from this website? Yes, they are. We've already proven it with the Google Search Console. So with this small update, you can just jump to the top of 3 results on Google. And once you're there, you can just start getting more and more traffic. And let me tell you something, this is not something that you have to do exclusively for the collection page. All this low-hanging fruit that you have here in terms of search results for your brand, add these keywords to your product pages. Create, again, like I said, a dedicated blog post to Judy Blue Pink Jeans. You could potentially do a how do Judy Blue Pink jeans fit, right? And just talk about the fit of the product. You could talk a little bit more about Judy Blue as a brand, right? There's a plethora of different ideas that can come from just those particular set of keywords. Like, don't think that alone will be the title of the blog post or the title of the collection. There may be some additional keywords that go along with Judy Blue Pink jeans in this example, but don't be afraid to create more content based on what you see here on the search results. This is, to me, this is the gold mine of low-hanging fruit that you should definitely be looking into and creating more content on your website. Okay, before we move on, I just want to say my name is Christian Pignon, one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding. We specialize in helping clothing brands scale online. We've served over 300 clothing brands in the last year alone. I would appreciate if you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our latest content. Now, according to Backlinko, moving off just one spot in Google increases your click-through rate to 2.8%. So imagine your collection page jumps from 8 to 4. That's a massive difference in eyeballs on your brand without spending a dime on ads or doing a whole bunch of rewriting or writing content on your website. You're just making certain tweaks on certain pages. All right, let's move on to hack number 2. The second hack is about answering the questions your customers are already typing into Google. And you can actually do this directly on your collection pages, and it works just like magic. And here's why. When people search for products, they don't just type in keywords like graphic tees, they also search for questions like, are these graphic tees in style? Or how do I style a graphic tee, right? And Google loves content that answers these questions directly. And that's why Google has the people also ask boxes on Google. So you can actually position your collection page to capture some of this traffic by adding a short FAQ section at the bottom of your collection page. So in this example, the Judy Blue Pink jeans, let's type that into Google. And as you scroll down in here, you'll see that people also ask section. Do Judy Blue jeans run big or small? You click on it and there is an answer right here. What is the big deal about Judy Blue jeans? There's an answer directly from judyblue.com. What body types are Judy Blue jeans best for? You get the idea. Once you start clicking on some of these, you actually get more and more questions added to the list. I don't know if you saw, I just click on 3 of them and now we have 16 of them shown up right here. This is your gold mine right here. This is what people are actually asking about Judy Blue Pink jeans. And as you can see, some of it's a little bit more general, but let's say you have a Judy Blue collection on your website. You can actually grab some of these exact questions. I would grab them exactly how they are here, and then I would answer them in your own voice on your collection page. So what you're trying to do really is capture some of this traffic, some of these people that are already asking these questions, so you can become the authority on Judy Blue jeans in this example here. Now, if you were to do that on your actual collection page, it may look something like this, where I'm looking at the default collection page template. So I'm here, default collection. And what you want to do is really add a section. Some themes have FAQ sections. So you type in FAQ and it will show up. Other themes, it may be something called like collapsible. So for this one in particular, it's collapsible content. So you'll definitely want to have something like this. And again, all you're doing is grabbing that question, pasted it in here in this collapsible row. So you'll have the question in here, and then you'll have the answer right here as far as the row content. Now, you may be asking, hey, but if I do this, this is gonna be the exact same for every single collection that I have in the back end. That's true. What you wanna do there in that particular scenario is just come over here and then create a new template. Create a new template specifically for Judy Blue. You create that template, and within that template, you can edit it and manipulate that collection page however you like. So you can actually have as many questions as you want right within here. My recommendation would be a good 4 or 5 questions, maybe max. You don't want to have your collection page bottom be an endless pit of questions and answers, but this will help you tremendously with ranking with Google and answering questions that, again, people are already asking on Google. And again, you don't want to overcomplicate it. You want to have short, helpful answers directly on your collection page. Keep each answer 2 to 3 sentences. Don't overstuff. That's something that Google penalizes you for, so you don't want to add a whole bunch of keywords and a whole bunch of things. Be helpful. That's your number one priority here at the end of the day, is to be helpful. That's it. Simple, direct, and helpful. Now, to back some of this stuff up, Ahrefs actually did a study showing that pages with FAQ style content tend to capture way more long tail traffic. So these are the 3-4 long tail words than those pages without an FAQ style content. Why? Well, that's because instead of competing on just 1 or 2 keywords, you're opening the door to dozens of question-based searches, which Google is very popular for. People just type in direct questions into Google, and you're answering directly those questions that they may be typing. And remember, your collection page is the one that's going to be answering the questions for those people who are searching for those things. So you're not just going to get traffic from those people. Those people are already thinking about buying Judy Blue or thinking about how does this actually fit. So if you are there and you're answering the question, and then on top of that, you actually have the product for them, now you're really nudging them into getting to add to cart and completing that checkout. I just want to say, if you are a clothing brand owner and want to jump into the specifics of your clothing brand and how to grow it profitably, you can schedule a free 45-minute strategy session with us. There are limited spots, so you're gonna find a time now in the link in the description below. So here's a game plan for you. Step 1, open up a Google Search Console today. So if you don't have this, you're gonna have to open it today so you can start generating some of this traffic and generating some keywords into the backend. You wanna find those queries where your collection page, or really any page on your website, is already ranking for, where people are actually clicking on things based on those keywords. Then you wanna add those keywords into titles, descriptions, potentially even create new blog posts based on this content. Step 2, take that same collection page or product page, add short FAQ sections with 3 to 5 the most common questions that you see on Google. Use Google and look for that people also ask box for actual inspiration. And again, write short, helpful answers. And do this for your top collections, and I guarantee that you'll see movement in the rankings for those keywords. Do it across multiple collections, all your collections, and you'll see a compounding effect that can double or triple your organic traffic without ever having to get into backlinks or hiring a full agency to do an SEO work for you. Now, if you're interested in what else can you do when it comes to SEO, when it comes to generating free traffic, then I would suggest you watch this video here next.